Hi, we are on Module 1, all about taxation, an easy way to understand income and business taxation. Let's start. According to Crescencio Co. Untian 2002 under Tax Digest, taxation is the inherent power by which the sovereign state imposes financial burden upon person and property as a means of raising revenue in order to defray the necessary expenses of the government. Taxation is the imposition of financial charges or other levies upon a taxpayer, an individual or legal entity, by a state such as failure to pay or punishable by law. It is a mode by which the government makes exaction for revenue in order to support their existence and carry out their legitimate objective. It is under tax law and jurisprudence by Justice Vito in 2000. It is also the most prevalent and the toughest of all the powers of government. Taxes are the lifeblood of the government, without which it cannot be subsist. Tax in the Philippines can be divided into national tax and local tax. National tax are those that will be paid to BIR through its RDO. BIR means Bureau of Internal Revenue, while RDO means Revenue District Office, where you will pay your tax based on where your business is located. History of taxation. So under ancient Egypt around 3000 BC, 2008 BC, in the first dynasty of the Old Kingdom, taxation already exists. According to Genesis 47:24, in biblical times, tax is already prevalent. According to Ovisisar, he is the one introduced the inheritance tax to provide retirement funds for the military. The tax was 5% in all inheritances except gifts to children and spouses. In England, taxes were first used as emergency measures. There are three inherent powers of the state. So we have the police power, the eminent domain, and the taxation power. Police power is the power to exact law to promote general welfare. Eminent domain is the power to take private property for public use upon payment of just compensation. While taxation power is the power to take the property for the support of the government and for public purposes. There are two purposes of taxation. The first one is primary purpose, which means to raise revenue funds for the defray the necessary expenses of the government. It is also called revenue purposes. The second purpose is used as a tool for general, social, and economic welfare. It is also called regulatory, sumptuary, or compensatory purposes. Exemptions of the government. So, there are three exemptions of the government. Number one, those agencies performing governmental function are tax exempt unless expressly taxed. Number two, those agencies performing proprietary function are subject to tax unless expressly exempted. Number three is performing proprietary function are subject to tax. However, the following are granted exemption: GSIS, SSS, PhilHealth, and PCSO. On the SITUS of taxation, we divide it into three, which is the place of taxation, factors to consider on SITUS of taxation, application custom, and portion of local government. Number 3 is status like RA 1125, the Act creating the Court of Tax Appeal, the IBAT Law, RA 7716, RA 8424, the Tax Reform Act of 1997. Number 4 is the Presidential Decrees. Number 5, Executive Orders. Number 6, Court Decision. Number 7, Revenue Regulation promulgated by the Department of Finance. Number 8, Administrative Issuance of the BIR. Number 9, BIR Ruling. Number 10, Local Tax Ordinances. Number 11, Tax Treaties and Convention with Foreign Countries. Inherent power of the state. We have 6 inherent power of the state. First one is according to subject matter. Number 2 is according to who bears the burden. Number 3 is according to determination of accounts. Number 4 is according to purpose. Number 5 is according to jurisdiction, scope of authority. And number 6, according to graduation or rate. Number 1, according to subject matter. We need to determine the personal poll or capitalization tax, the property tax, and the excise tax. According to who bears the burden, we have the direct tax or income tax and the indirect tax or the VAT. According to determination of account, we have specific tax and ad valorem tax. According to purpose, we have the fiscal general revenue tax. We have number 2, the regulatory or special sumptuary tax. Number 5, which is according to jurisdiction, scope of authority. We have the national tax. We have the BIR VAT, percentage tax or local tax. And then we have the municipal tax or property tax. According to graduation rate, we have the proportional fiat tax rate. Number 2 is we have the progressive graduated tax, and number 3 is regressive tax. Last topic is who will pay the tax. Number 1, we have the resident citizen. Number 2 is the non-resident citizen. Number 3 is the resident alien. And number 4 is the non-resident alien. So who are those? Resident citizen is a Filipino citizen who live and born in the Philippines. Resident citizen may also mean a natural born here in the Philippines, though his parents are not Filipino citizens. A Filipino citizen who have one Filipino parent and one foreigner parent as long as she born here in the Philippines are known as resident citizen. Non-resident citizen is a Filipino citizen who are out of the country outside of the Philippines for 181 days or more. Resident alien. Alien means people who are not citizen of the Philippines but already here in the Philippines to work or live within 181 days or more. Non-resident alien are those alien who visit Philippines for leisure and live here for only 181 days or less. That's the end of our Module 1 all about taxation. Good luck!